Welcome to Minneapolis by Night. This will be our first session after our April downtime. For those of you who are following, we have switched our downtime to middle of the month to accommodate some players who play in multiple venues, break up the overlap a little bit. This also happens to be the 20th of April. And as people wake up for the evening, begin to stir about and venture forth, in every sanctum, haven, cairn, elysium, or chantry, there is an invitation that has been left. It has actually been written, or rather it seems to be almost burned onto a sheet of hemp. And it is an invitation to take a trip.
Where are we going?
Night-Merlin, and he invites everyone to come join him at the newly opened House with No Address.
Where is the house with no address?
There are some somewhat vague directions written in. At the bottom it says, "One must get lost to find it."
All right, then.
And anyone who wants to roll me wits and occult or enigmas.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay, what's it called then?
Lance is so good at getting lost.
Lance doesn't need to roll. He probably already knows the way. Like, this is what he does on his days off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to roll for me. I don't know where that dice or the dice app is.
If you're running on a phone, yeah, someone will have to roll for you.
All right, I've got a specialty in cleverness in my wits first occult roll.
Absolutely, that'll apply.
All right, so how do I do that in the dice roller?
But I've got 4 dice for that.
All right, so how do I roll that specialty?
You just roll your normal dice pool, but 10's count as 2.
Okay, cool. Here it comes. Damn, I can find this place in my sleep.
Fuck. Very nice.
Who will need me to roll for him? Jim?
Let's see, I've got 4 dice for that.
All right, let me get... Oh, well, you'll have a success.
Okay.
Which will be sufficient.
I will ask the wind where I should be going.
All right, so what am I told?
Great question. How do I want to handle that?
I'll go with the 1 success up till, the most successes. From 1 to the most successes gotten. That's the easiest way of dealing with shit.
Yeah.
So, go first.
Well, everybody can find your way there eventually. If you have 1 success, it will might take you a little bit of wandering. For those of you, Rick, you pretty much just close your eyes, walk out the door, and you're there. Kellen asks the wind, and the wind tells him to simply follow the haze. And you catch a breeze that has a particularly earthy odor to it.
And I will feel at home.
But given a little bit of time, you all arrive. And find yourself at a fairly fantastic looking for lack of a better word, almost castle.
Ooh. Are we
Wow.
still in the city?
What's that?
Are we still in the city? Or are we
Yeah.
outside it? Oh, wow. Okay.
It's set up like an estate. You know, there's gated entrance and stuff. However, the gates are open, and inside is clearly a party-type atmosphere. A lot of multicolored lights and fountains going with lights. If you didn't know better, you'd think you were in Vegas.
Cool.
And as you approach the house, you will see this gentleman, excuse me, that's my picture there. Lance, you already know him. And he is standing at the like a upper window. You know, the window's thrown wide open. And in a real kind of grandiose performer-type voice, he says, "Come one, come all. Enjoy yourselves. Get lost in Merlin's house." And he, with that, he pulls out a fairly elaborate-looking glass pipe and lights up. And turns and heads inside.
Lance,
That's kind of the reason that Midian probably got there first, so he'll already be in there.
well, Lance knew where the place is, so presumably he's one of the early ones. So
Yeah, you two both got there pretty quick.
Okay.
Lance, I assume you're already burning one somewhere in there.
well, what Lance will do is he lights up a real big fatty,
They don't really
and
specify.
then he takes a big head off of it, and then leaves it, like he'll put it out on whatever's there, and he'll leave a lighter next to
Ooh,
the
that
giant blunt, and you know, for when people come in, they can take a hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's putting some up to share.
Yeah.
Doing a little puff and pass. Got it. Okay.
I'll talk to that.
Inside is pretty clearly a intense party. There's some rooms that have music going. Some are more chill. He's got one set up almost like a old school opium den would be. Everybody's, you know, kind of smoking, and there's alcohol going around. People are dancing. There's private rooms as well.
Oh, Midian's totally out of his element. He couldn't look more uncomfortable. There's people everywhere, loud music. It's a fucking germ fest in there. Moreover, he feels like it's just a waste of his blood to activate his lungs and be able to smoke and drink and all of this. So he's frankly wondering why he was invited here for. He's just gonna sit and kind of observe. But he has much awe. Much awe.
Danica's joining the festivities. She's gonna smoke.
All right.
Probably too much.
Lance will totally be like, yeah, let's do it. He is obviously burnt as fuck right now.
All right, as the rest of you start to filter in, this gentleman who's called himself Merlin comes up to you, Midian, and he thanks you for coming to visit, because he understands that this probably isn't your sort of party, but you do have some expertise that could come in handy. And he kind of gestures down the hall to a there's some more private bedrooms back there.
Oh, thank you. He'll get up and kind of walk past, but he's kind of stiff, like he's going down the street and around the corner to avoid touching anybody.
Okay. In the back rooms, they're quiet, secluded, and you do notice there are actually a couple of kindred that are feeding openly, and you can tell there's some people in here who obviously don't know all of what's going on here. There are regular mortals here, if you will.
Okay.
And some of them, as they're being fed on, are also being fed on perhaps a bit more, that the vampires are indulging a bit more than prudent. And this gentleman Merlin says, some of my guests like to take their taste to extremes, and on a night like tonight, when they let down their inhibitions, we would like to minimize fallout. So I would consider it a great personal favor if you could assist me in managing the damage to those who have wandered in.
So you want me to make sure they don't overdip if you get me. I don't want to clean that shit up.
Correct.
I don't do either.
And if, to some degree, overindulgence is part of the atmosphere, but let's make sure that those that overindulge in can walk out of here and also don't remember the details.
Oh, of course.
I would appreciate that greatly, and I'm sure we can work out a way for me to repay that in the future.
I'll see what I can do, sir.
So Lance is going to go off
Feel free.
by himself, and he's going to take his bong, and he is going to use forces on it, so that when the smoke comes through the end, that it will come out like super condensed. So you have to like suck in more to get it, but once the vapor actually gets to you, it gets you like mad stupid fucked up.
Okay.
All right. I will spend a quint and a willpower, and then I guess 3 dice until my seeking goes through.
Well, that would be a fairly simple in here. So that is a 4 successes for you.
Sweet.
Midian Merlin invites you to, of course, feel free to have wander the house as you will, and there are, for every loud, noisy path, there is a quiet one as well. He said there's always more than one way to get between places in this house.
Oh, well, that's duly noted. I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Well, I thought it might be a courtesy as well. You didn't seem fond of the atmosphere in the club area.
Yes. He wouldn't.
So I'll pack one in for Merlin and go find him.
Okay. While you're looking for him, I'm going to have, let's see, who else do we have? Danica's already here kind of partying.
Yep. It's her day off, her one day off.
Give me a perception alertness. And then we have Aline and Jim, your mage would probably be wandering in about now.
Okay.
Kellen's probably arriving as well, following the haze.
I have one.
You have one. Fantastic.
Wow, okay. So, Aline is going to drink some vodka if there is some. Because you said there was some drinking involved, right?
Yeah, there's almost pretty much every sitting room has its own like bar or like cocktail table set up with bottles on it. There's a couple rooms have kegs, that sort of thing.
Yeah, cool. So,
Kellen,
yeah, orange vodka, to be precise.
Okay.
Kellen will enter, smell the air, and sit Indian style on the couch and pull out, ironically, a copy of The Great Gatsby.
All right.
He's been reading too much serious stuff, and he's going to relax.
I
will also use Mind 1 to carry on conversations with people around me by multitasking, if they so choose to talk.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, I guess Midian will keep his eyes on the herd and make sure none are turning obvious or pale. So, what do I roll to check that?
Let's start with the perception alertness.
Okay. Ow! Fucking ones. It gives me, what, one success? Ah.
One success. There's a, for the most part, not too bad. You do spot a couple of kindred, not ones you're familiar with, that seem to be enjoying themselves fairly liberally.
Okay, but nothing to be concerned of. All right.
Danica notices this gentleman, and seems a little out of place, a little too well dressed, but he's talking to her and drinking and whatnot as well. He just starts chatting a little bit. Mentions that he was an army medic.
Oh, yeah?
And he says it's nice to be able to relax once in a while. Don't you agree?
I do, yeah. One of many days off.
He says it's, frustrating for him a little bit that, he doesn't get the chance to do it very often, and it's difficult because his successes aren't always what he'd like. Sometimes there's just not as much you can do as you would like.
Yeah, she'll agree with that. I mean, you have your ups and downs, and you can't save everybody. So, but not everybody's meant to be saved. So.
He leans in a little bit and he says, "That's true. And sometimes those who are trying to do the saving are beyond saving themselves."
I'm not dead yet.
He chuckles a little bit and he says, "No, I suppose not." He takes out actually a fairly excuse me, old-fashioned looking like Middle Eastern style pipe and offers it to you. Takes a couple drags and offers it to you.
She'll join him with it. Puff a little, pass it back.
He leans in and he says, "What is death really? Perhaps you need to just open your eyes." Roll a perception alertness.
I got 2.
All right, you got 2.
2.
Roll me a roll me Danica's Arate as well, followed by a willpower.
2 separate rolls.
Yes.
Okay, let me look up what she's got.
Arate should be 2 or 3, I would think.
3. Alright, here's her Arate. I got nada.
Okay.
Oh, deny.
And here's her willpower. I got 1.
Curse of the ones. It's all my fault.
All
That's
right.
not the worst I've had.
Because every time a one shows up, just blame me. It's my fault.
So you are able to kind of keep your focus a little bit, but he at first it seems like he's leaning in, almost like he's going to kiss you on the neck, and then you feel a almost numbing sensation. It's what anesthesia would feel like at first. And you're not sure if that's maybe what you're smoking or what.
Is it like just in one spot or kind of like all over?
It seems more concentrated where his lips are touching you, but it's kind of spreading all over.
It has a euphoric effect.
That's weird.
And let's see. I'll have let's have everyone else who's in the house roll a perception alertness.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you roll me 4? I'll spend a willpower.
Okay, that'll give me 3.
Okay, perception alertness, you said.
DJ, with a willpower, you've got 3.
Oh.
And Jim, you don't have anything. 1 and 8.
I got 2.
All right.
But for real though, if I see this dude feeding on my friend these hands,
Holy shit.
Damn.
Well, what you see is Danica seems to be having a very good time, and there's a well-dressed gentleman whose company she seems to be enjoying.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't care if it just looks like she's having a good time. I'm still trying to find Merlin and get him to smoke my super bong.
He kind of into one of the other rooms that you can see him through a doorway, so I assume you head that way then.
Yeah. I mean, I'll offer Danica too because I know her. I'm like, hey, you want to take a rip?
She won't turn it down.
You're getting super mad high.
You don't work tomorrow?
The gentleman she's with turns to you and offers you a sample of his pipe as well.
All right, I'll take it off the shit. Sure.
All right.
All right, should I have rolled that?
What's that?
Should I have rolled that? Because there it is.
Yeah, that's fine. You
Hey.
Hi.
Sorry I'm late. I was doing things away from Facebook and lost track of time, and nobody
Don't worry
conned
about
me.
it.
So
It's cool. It's cool. Just it's fine. Just get in the game.
Yeah, we're so Miriam would actually have arrived kind of whether she wanted to or not at this point. If she went out into the city, she arrives at a fairly large castle that appears to be having a fairly extreme party. Colored lights, water fountains are going. It looks like Las Vegas, and you actually recognize a couple of mages wandering around. For certain.
well, this is unusual. Time to head inside.
So, as the party's kind of continuing, it seems almost to be getting more and more out of hand, at least more and more intense. There are one gentleman has strolled in with what appears to be a pair of cheetahs on leashes.
Cheetahs. All right.
There is actually, there's a couple of members of the Baldy gang, you notice, PJ, hanging out and partying.
Whoa, you guys are like spirits. I don't even know what's happening right now.
There's some various vampires kind of hanging out in the area. Oddly enough, some of them, who are my vampires tonight?
Right here.
You would recognize that there's actually an odd mix here because there are Toreador and Bruja kind of hanging out and partying together. There's some that you've at least recognized, that you've heard the name enough to put a face to it, but that's about it. In fact, it seems the Bruja Primogen is here this evening. And he is, he's actually apparently decided to good-naturedly wrestle with one hand tied behind his back out in the water fountains. So I mean, it's getting a little bit rowdy. It's not quite frat house level, but it's definitely a pretty intense party. Let's see, who else do we have to hit here? We have, well, Kellen, for you.
Yeah, I got a 10, 9 to 9.
This place is actually somewhat relaxing because it is, even though it's a castle, it's kind of old world. They've, it's got gardens, but they're only semi-pruned. They're left somewhat wild. It's kind of doing an all-natural vibe to the party. Release of inhibition. So there's kind of a celebratory sense to the evening.
Right. Good release of energy.
Right. You do notice a couple of what are obviously guru that have kind of joined in the party, but they seem to be almost without rage, actually. That you literally cannot even sense any rage coming off of them this evening.
Well, if anyone sits near me, I try to strike up a conversation.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and Aline is at the bar drinking more vodka.
So James, as I'm wandering, presumably I see your character, and then I just turn around and go the other direction. I'm like, all right, not talking to that guy.
Yeah.
Jeez, sorry, excuse me. Damn. There's a dream speaker who has been wandering around as well by the name of Hugo. Aline, you would actually recognize Hugo. He's the keeper of the vineyard, and he's carrying on a almost seems like a one-sided conversation.
Oh, I know what this is. I'm going to need to roll my arithmetic. Hold on. This is Spirit Sight. Spending 1 point of willpower. Boop. And I kind of didn't need it, because fuck you guys. So, I activate Spirit Sight to see who is he talking to actually.
He appears to be talking to a Native American chieftain.
Okay.
And as they continue to talk, other people seem kind of aware of this chieftain. Not truly aware like you are. They can't see him, but they can kind of sense he's there. In fact, even the mortals kind of seem to notice that there's people present that they can't see.
Okay, I go up to Hugo and, if you'll permit me, actually continue on the thing that we started on the forum.
He says, well, of course, it's good to see you're getting out and having the opportunity to network, relax, and enjoy yourself. This is a night when barriers tend to lower a bit.
Well, pleased to meet you, and I'm glad that you're getting to meet various people here, including those that are not as easily noticed. He kind of nods to the Native American chieftain?
He... Oh, Christ. I am in a state tonight, I tell you what. Yeah. Introduces you to the he says the Native American's name is Hota Palewalker, and he was one of the first ones of the area to ally with the French in days past. This is he still has a fondness for the Europeans and believes they could coexist, so he has attempted to help the mages as well, seeing them as another group to coexist with.
I'm always for a coexistence. Speaking of which, could you please, I don't know how to tell you this better, but I've been trying to discern which was the specific guardian of my place, shall I put it neatly. And I've been feeling all sorts of energies, and maybe you might figure out, do some bit of research on your own, figure out who that guardian might be.
I can certainly consider it. Communing with the Incarna or discerning their secrets when they don't wish them to be can be tricky, but it is something oftentimes that contemplation and introspection can answer for us as well.
So technically, if I meditate a lot, and I could technically, after a long period of time meditating there, get a glimpse of what name that particular guardian might have.
Yes, through meditation, I have often been able to reach to the spirits without even the need for the traditional methods of our kind.
Very well. Maybe if I just flat out sleep alongside it, I might get some answers within the dream.
Oftentimes, immersing yourself and committing yourself are the two strongest forms of will we can work.
Well, now that my bed's broken because of a mission that I underwent, I have no better place to sleep at, so I might just get a mattress and then a bed frame afterwards. So, hey, it works. If you think that that is a better course of action, then I'll defer to your better judgment on that one, Hugo.
Well, I will do what I can as well to look into it, but it is always prudent to consider multiple courses.
Indeed it is. I mean, I'm trying to make sure that my friends don't get in trouble when waking up this particular individual, so I'm trying to take as many precautions as I humanly can. But yeah, thanks for the help. Is there anything that I can do to honor Mr. Palewalker?
Well,
Oh, sorry, Chief Palewalker.
Mr. Pale Walker, that's great.
for he kind of nods his head and he says, "Relax, enjoy yourself, commune with others. Let this be an evening of peace and connection. Let barriers and inhibitions be relaxed."
Oh, thanks. Do you need something from the bar?
No, I do not. But thank you.
Okay, you know where to find me. And he goes to get some more to drink, and I'll pass the baton to someone else in the hangout.
Alright, so how are the kind in my area? Are they being overdrawn or not?
Some of them are starting to be. Actually, there's a couple of them that are kind of jumping from one kindred to the next, to try and maintain that feeling of high from being fed upon.
Alright, well, I am going to approach these kindred with my unswerving logic and tell them that maybe they should change out stock because these are starting to become a little drained, and we'd prefer them to be able to walk away.
All right. That would be probably a manipulation subterfuge, I would imagine.
Alrighty.
And yes, your logic specialty would apply.
Yes. Alright, let's see what the dice
That would
do.
either be an expression or a leadership, because he's not lying to them. They are getting overfed.
Yeah, that's a valid point. So either one.
Alrighty,
I don't know if it makes a difference. I don't have your sheet up, but
let's see here. Well, it doesn't look like I have either, so I'm just gonna have to go with my base score, which thankfully isn't horrible, just isn't great. But I will go ahead and burn a will point because this is kind of important.
all right.
Booyah. Oh, booyah!
They immediately kind of, they stop feeding and start leading these people back out into the public areas, kind of under the pretense of let's grab some refills, that sort of thing. Except for one of them who looks at you and says, "This one will walk out tonight with me and rise tomorrow evening."
Well, as long as you've gone through the proper lines, feel free. You don't answer to me, man. I'm just here to make sure that, everything's even.
Yeah, nods his head and he says, "I appreciate your responsible action. It's something I can respect, but this is no act of passion."
I understand.
And he turns and continues feeding. I need my, well, let's have everybody give a perception awareness.
Okay. Perception awareness, then.
5 dice, John.
Yeah, that'll give me 5.
Yeah, I have nothing.
Oh, denied! Oh.
Yeah, nothing on my part, sorry. Apparently, I am too busy with my alcohol.
You got contact, dude.
This is for Lance,
Yeah.
and then Jim, you said you had 5 as well?
Yeah.
What was the
Damn, how do you have
what was the
5?
called roll? Out of curiosity.
I didn't clear my roll, but it's the green.
Okay, so 2 successes there. Jim, you would have 4, but because of your backstory, you will actually have 6 successes. This is something you're intimately familiar with.
Okay.
Ari, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. I just missed what roll was to be called, so I'm going. What?
Perception awareness.
Okay. I have 4 in that, so 3 successes.
All right. So everyone had at least 1 success except Aline, correct?
Yeah, Aline got nothing.
All right.
Man, you got insulted.
The rest of you notice that there's obviously some fairly intense magic kind of permeating the air. Those of you who got 3 successes recognize that there's a single large effect that's being worked. And Jim, you would actually recognize this is a hermetic ritual, and everyone here is a participant.
Okay.
That by participating in the party, they are participating in this ritual.
So Danica just knows something is going on with her 2 successes.
Correct.
Okay. I don't think she's too overly concerned about it right now.
Would I be able to tell, like, the nature of the ritual?
Let's go with the intelligence occult.
I'd like to roll that as well, and I'd like to bring up Prime Sight, so I'll do that first.
Lance is just going to be bringing up Prime Sight to see where all of it is leading.
Okay.
That would give me 5 dice.
I need 3 dice.
Am I going to get an awareness roll for all this magic going off?
Yes, I thought you had made one. Sorry. Feel free.
Alright, so the black is getting Prime Sight up, and then I'll do Intelligence Cult.
Oh my god! I blame you, Elaine. I blame you.
Why? I'm drunk.
Hey, Miriam's just drinking water, so...
Yeah, not my problem. I don't even know you in characters. So what do you want? Sorry.
Miriam, are you on the couches?
No, I was at the tables by the bar, just drinking water, observing.
Okay.
Yeah, if you've seen by the bar, you'd notice something there drinking.
Yeah, he looks pretty drunk, so I'm gonna leave him there.
Okay.
I'll walk over and sit next to Miriam while also still reading and navigating the crowd.
Alright, so this is, we have all kinds of intelligence occult. And some crime sites.
I have spirit sight if
And-
that counts for anything.
And I got a basic awareness check, so there is absolutely nothing going on as far as MIDI is concerned.
Okay.
But it's not like anything else is appearing on spirit sight other than, you know, the spirits of the deceased that are already here.
Correct. At this point, that's it.
Fair enough.
Those of you with crime sight can see that much of this energy is being drawn downwards to what seems to be a chamber in the basement.
Well, I'm gonna go there then.
And those of you with the intelligence occult, both of you had at least 2 successes.
Mhm.
This is drawing on the basically the bleed off, the excess emotions from essentially living life to the fullest. This sense of being filled with life, some of that excess is being bled off.
Friggin' Dionysians anyway.
Yep. Well, I can tell you Miriam does trust the Hermetics about as far as she can throw them, so, sorry, James, what's your character's name? Because I know I've met it. I know I've met you before.
Kellen? He's not a hermetic, is he?
No, I just want. He was the one who came up to me, so I'm trying to recall the character's name because he doesn't have an overlay.
Well, I didn't know you were talking to me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the one who's listed as James in this hangout here.
Yes.
We have a Jim in here too, so.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
also go by my middle name.
So
I
yeah.
fist bump you. I say, hey.
Hey. I'm sorry. Just trying to recall things out of character. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But I know I've met your character. I'm trying to recall details because and people are calling me. God damn it!
What?
All right. So.
Lance goes down.
He's literally your cabal mate, but anyway. That's me out of character, not in character.
And it's too late. It's 7:30. Yes.
Midian, you just keep doing your thing.
Yeah, Aline is just drinking. He doesn't know. No one has approached him about jack shit, so.
Would this psychic energy be depicted with a Mind 1 Correspondence 1
Sorry.
as like a personified resonance?
Are you asking, could you observe it with that effect?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
All right. Let me try and hone in on what I think might be going on. And I roll my Erte. I reveal myself. Oh!
Oh God! Keep that away!
8 and 10.
Definitely see that there's a strong strong emotions that are being drawn down into this location to some sort of individual, for lack of a better word.
Well, what I will do is I will attempt to raise Mind 1 Mind Shield and to calm myself and put my book away.
Okay.
I will try to not participate in a ritual. I don't know what it's doing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And
Miriam's going to look at, and again, I didn't get an answer, James. I need the name of your character.
Helen.
Kalen, sorry. Whatever the ritual is, it's coming from the basement, so we should head that way.
Okay. Right. Kellen picks up his staff and proceeds to follow you.
All right. First thing Miriam's going to do, though, she's going to go up to Aline, and she's going to use Mind 2 to, or actually Mind 1 is Mind Empowerment, so Mind 1 to make it so he's not so drunk. Hey, Aline, you ain't drunk.
okay, I'm not drunk.
I'll throw water in his face and use Life 3.
Sure, I'm not drunk and I won't be feeling the after effects of drunkenness, I guess.
Yay.
No, you would be healed of your drunkenness and your mind would be cleared.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So they totally just killed your buzz.
Okay.
I'd come out swinging, man. What the fuck? You gonna take me back?
I apologize to Aline for throwing water in his face, but I said I have no other way to bless Gaia without really getting really crazy here, so I had to pick the water.
Okay, never mind. Where are we
Hey, guess
going?
what? Your glass of water's filled up again.
You gotta love those echoes.
Yeah, anyways,
Water might actually be a nice purifying focus, so I'm going to bring the glass of water with me and carry my staff in the other hand.
All right.
so
Lance, you were headed downstairs too, correct?
Yeah. I went immediately downstairs, and if I can see that I'm connected to this ritual, I will take out my sword and I will sever the connection between me and the ritual.
Okay.
Does that mean there's a guy behind us, like, swiping the air with a sword?
No, because while you guys were talking upstairs, I immediately went downstairs.
Oh, okay.
yeah, we're gathering forces. It's basically Miriam points to the now sober Aline. Suspicious stuff going on in the basement. We're checking it out.
Okay.
What I'd like to do is just take a look around and basically a combination of prime site and entropy site. Find the weak point of the energy.
Actually,
you find yourself actually drawn to the basement as being that focal point, but there's also something that seems a little bit familiar about it to you.
Okay.
Actually, John, just so that everybody gets to be involved, I'm going to stop off and get Danica first.
Okay.
Sounds like a good plan.
So I'll just roll up on you and this guy that you're necking with and be like, hey, quit making out.
Why? What's going on?
Something weird in the basement. Let's go, bro.
There's always something weird in the basement. What the fuck is it now?
I like talk to you without you like having a weird Mac session in front of me.
Maybe.
Okay, well let's do that then.
The guy gives you his number or a card with his number on it, and he says you should call him tomorrow evening. Danica.
Okay. She'll pocket the card.
But then he politely steps away.
Cool. When he does them, all right. So like, we're all participating in some ritual, and like a whole bunch of like energy is going to the basement. So we should probably fucking go look into that.
You are.
She'll follow.
Did Lance still have Prime Sight up when he walked up to her?
Yeah.
The two of them were just absolutely one of the strongest connections to this ritual you've seen yet.
What in the fuck? Bro, are you falling in love?
No.
For real? Because there was like mad energy between you two. That was crazy.
I think you're high. She
I
just kind of
know.
rubs her neck and goes down to the basement.
I know I'm high. Like, what the fuck? I've never met you while I wasn't high. What the fuck?
Just tries to downplay it, you know. So just go see what the fuck is in the basement. It's
All right, let's go.
boogeyman this time.
Let's go. Let's go. So then, when they get down, when they're going that way, I don't know if we'll see what's her name, like Miriam's crew or whatever, or if we're both getting there at the same time. But whenever we get in the hallway, he will sever the connections that he and Danica have to this ritual.
Okay.
So Lance just like swings his sword in front of you.
Wait, who's he swinging his sword in front of?
You.
Oh. The fuck are you doing?
Oh, you were like still connected to
LARPing.
the ritual. So I was severing the connection between you and the ritual.
Like the mana part of it?
Yeah, like it was like, you still had heightened emotions and it was totally feeding off your stuff. And then I was like, back the fuck off, piece of shit. And now it's not on you anymore.
Okay. She obviously can't see any of this, I'm sure by now. So.
Yeah, if you have Prime, you can turn it on. Prime sight is all you need.
One
Not
moment.
a mage anymore.
Oh, wait. So does she have not? Because Prime sight, you can see how the energy is. Is her energy not not mage?
She's not a mage anymore, so.
Let me see what how Prime Sight exactly reads that. Because I know Mind would reveal the aura. Oh, jeez.
I think I can get like one.
Okay. Well, seeing all of this sipping going along is making Midian feel a bit peckish. So,
One moment.
as I'm
Just grab it.
as I'm about to take off myself, he's gonna get into the crowd and see if he can't find anybody to bring into the back room. Okay, so I'm gonna take off. I'll probably be back in about maybe 30 minutes, 40, if you guys are still doing this. I don't know. I'll check.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll see you guys. Thanks.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Matter 1 correspondence 2. Summon Anvil. You never heard the Anvil song from Animaniacs?
I have. It's been forever.
So anyway, that's a marauder ploy.
Whatever, dude. Seriously.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, right now she still has a lot of that quintessence to her yet. Because it's such a recent change. However, for, I believe it's Lynn has spirit sight up, you would notice that the only person without an avatar here would be Danica.
Her awesome avatar's gone.
Huh. Okay.
Now, granted, I don't think you had met her before, so all you know is she's someone without an avatar, but...
That's weird.
And then you got...
Daisy, pocket this information for later.
I'm just going to go down to the basement if I can.
Yep.
I say we all go down in the basement, see what's going on.
Yeah, that works for me. Danica's like, okay, get the fuck over me, let's go.
Hey, aren't you that Verbena I met that one night?
Maybe? Who the fuck are you?
Oh, Kellen.
Helen.
I think you were healing like kids. I was
Oh, God, that was forever ago. Yeah,
it was forever ago. It was a few months ago.
Mom brain, dude. Mom brain. I don't
I
remember.
fist bomb you.
Alright, as you guys get into the basement, you find there's a couple of people who are actually being drawn upon even more heavily, and they are shackled in place.
Oh,
And at the center is your host, Merlin. Those of you who have sights up, these people who are shackled do not have avatars, and they do show up as vampiric.
What you doing?
And Jim, your mage would recognize some of them as having hermetic symbols on their jewelry and clothing as well.
Question. With Hermetic Lore 1, do I recognize that as well? Or do I need more?
You would recognize a couple of symbols.
Sweet.
Yeah. Miriam is going to slowly rub her temples and is going to say, "All right, more of these motherfuckers," and start getting to work unshackling people.
I'm gonna call Merlin on my phone.
Okay. He looks
Merlin.
right at you and smirks.
Oh, okay.
And then he takes out his phone, looks at it, and looks at you. And he goes, "Really?"
Well, I wanted to know if it was really you or if it was like some weird doppelganger or something, because this seems kind of fucked up, dude. It's all shackled up down here.
So the person at the center of the ritual is Merlin, our former host, and he is able to talk to us while he's in the middle of the circle.
Correct.
Merlin,
And,
bro, what are you doing?
He does make a comment to you, Lance, that your friend seems determined to make this a bad evening, as these folks who are strapped down are quite hungry.
I'll try to put my hand on Miriam's shoulder and say, perhaps you should not unbuckle what's already been done until we can really determine what the effect might be.
Oh, I can tell you what the effect is. The Order of Hermes in the city, she gives an accusing look at Merlin, are trying to do what Tremere did.
Which is what?
Turning mages into vampires.
He shakes his head and laughs, and he says, "Becoming a vampire was never the intent."
Really? Because this is the third time I've encountered this shit in this city.
They just want true immortality. Like, this is what the last ones were doing, except they were trying to summon up Tremere himself.
That seems like a bad idea.
That would be a very bad idea.
Merlin. Wait. Merlin, bro, why you do this?
He says, "Because, you see, there's a flaw in their plan. When Tremere was embraced, his avatar was severed, but it did not sit idle."
Are you trying to reconnect with this avatar?
He chuckles and he says, "It's my avatar."
Oh.
I look to Miriam and I say, "You are him?"
As he was meant to be, not as he became.
Can you roll me 3 dice, please?
I am a man who has seen the world, and yes, who still wishes to achieve the impossible, but who also recognizes the flaws of such attempts.
I assume you've had a while to think this through.
My wonder is activated so that I can see spirits in the Umbra and stuff. And
Okay.
I'm looking at him at his avatar, and I guess I will also indirectly probably see Danica's lack of avatar, and then there will be a whole other thing.
Yeah, everyone down here has an avatar except Danica and the people strapped to the tables. Although you do notice what looks like hazy outlines of avatars at the feet of the people at the tables.
Okay.
Huh.
And as he resumes some of his chanting, you can actually see that some of what's flowing into him is also flowing out of him into the 4 who are strapped to the tables.
Okay. So Lance is gonna go, "Wow, Danica, why don't you have an avatar? And just so you guys know, this fucking guy is giving these mages, he's building them avatars or something. This is fucked up. Vampires aren't supposed to have avatars. I'm getting pissed off." And you guys, once I get pissed off, there is a feeling of anger welling up in everyone else. That's my house.
All right. Miriam's activated True Faith.
Okay.
So everybody, every vampire willpower 6 or less is gonna be forced to take a step back.
They're strapped
That would be Danica.
What in the fuck, Danica?
The other 4 are strapped to the table. They can't move.
Danica.
True, but they can't approach, and it might do something to the ritual. So.
Danica, did you turn into a fucking vampire?
Actually, it
What are you
seems
worried about me for? Worried about the fuckers changing the wall.
No.
And he, you see Merlin laugh, and he starts, his chanting kind of picks up, and then you see him stop, and he takes a quick drag and takes a hit off a bottle of whiskey that you didn't realize was sitting by his feet. And as he turns around, and he clenches his fist, and he's almost just wild-eyed. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Young Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
But that scene where the doctor kind of has his epiphany and says it can't be, and his hair's all sticking out and stuff. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how Merlin looks here. And as he takes one more drag off the joint, one more hit off the whiskey, and he throws a bottle of whiskey down, throws the lit joint into it, and it bursts into flame, and he says, just real passionately, just you could, filled with this intensity. And he says, "This is life." And as he does, PJ, you actually see these, excuse me, these avatars actually form.
Well,
tethered to the 4 on the tables.
Do I need to do a frenzy check because of fire?
It is contained.
Okay.
If it's far away from you and not overly large, then it says that you can auto beat low challenges based on your courage.
Right.
So depending on your rating in courage, you could auto ignore this challenge.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
It goes out pretty quick anyway. It burns itself out.
Okay. I forgot to put those on my sheet, so I'm not too worried about it.
That'll be important.
Yeah.
Give me a perception awareness, everybody.
All right, 4 dice, bro.
Miriam, you can reduce the difficulty by your true faith rating.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll give me 5 dice.
TJ, you had 1.
Sweet.
Oh, 179. I got 1 success.
4.
Jim, you had 3. All right, so everyone got at least 1?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, got 4.
The 4 people on the table are living beings.
Wait, what?
Vampires?
What in the fuck? Lance is just screaming.
Okay, so they're living again?
Correct.
Lance is screaming at Miriam, going, I don't know if this is good or fucking bad, bro. What the fuck? Now is this good? Is this, I don't know.
Miriam is going to text Armor of God.
Oh dear.
Okay. Merlin waves one hand at the wall behind him, and a pair of curtains kind of there's like a wall hanging there, and it flies off the hangers or whatever, and behind it is the symbol of the original house Tremere. And he says, "Lost no more."
Interesting.
Danica doesn't know quite what to make of all of this, so she's just kind of watching.
Why are you a vampire? Danica.
Stop worrying about me. Not your fucking problem, dude.
No, this isn't right.
Are the people sweating? Are they hungry? Like if I did life 1 on the ritual people.
They seem to be in good health. I mean, they might need a drink and a sandwich, but
All right. Well, I will go over to one of them. I'm holding a glass of water. I will give a glass of water to one of them.
okay. Who drinks it? And kind of massages his throat a little bit, and he says, "It's been quite some time since I've had a thirst that could truly be slaked."
I will go over, and in Miriam's presence, the water will fill, and I will give each of them a drink.
That's fine. I put my what I'm texting Armor in the chat box.
Well, my current Chantry head is right next to me, so it's like, I want to text. Oh wait, no, she's right there. Fuck. Okay, never mind.
Merlin, I'm gonna let you know this is fucked up that you had me in a ritual and you didn't even ask my fucking permission. I'm very confused and upset right now.
Just calm down, dude. Just calm down. Relax.
No, I'm not fucking calm down. You used to be a major, now you're fucking not. And they weren't majors, now they fucking are. This is not right. Nothing is right now. It's all fucked up.
I completely agree with Lance.
Well,
out of character, are there avatars in the store?
Yeah, like all these
dudes
on the tables have avatars now. Even though
Holy shit.
Everybody has an avatar except for Danica.
I don't even know what we're supposed to do now. You have fucking secrets about us and our group, and now you're gonna be a fucking vampire. So now all of our shit is fucked.
Seriously? Did you just say that to me?
Yeah, you fucking did. You're a vampire now.
Whoa, you're not a
Just
Verbena
smack him
anymore?
over the back of the head.
Okay.
Seriously, shut the fuck up, dude.
Hey, don't get mad at me.
No, she slapped me in the back of the head.
Okay.
Would I be able to identify the separate spheres involved in this?
Too many to count.
I mean,
Big ones.
dude, this is restoring avatars. This is like, you can literally give someone that has been giggled a chance to become a mage once more. This is like, oh my fucking gods.
This is like crazy insane. This is like life 6 or 7 or something. I don't even know.
I mean,
Well, if Gaia didn't want these people to form, it wouldn't be possible. So we should owe them compassion.
This is circumventing God's will.
And you are epistemologically certain of what God's will contains?
well, the machine god technically is kind of like all about upgrading, so...
No, not fucking doing this. I'm not fucking getting into a godly pissing contest with everybody. Machine gods, Gaia, fucking judo Christian god. Nope, not fucking doing it. I'm just not there today. I'm just pissed off at Merlin because we were all mages and I thought we were fucking friends, Merlin. And then you're bringing me over and pulling off my essence into a fucking ritual they agreed to. And then my friend Danica's turning into a fucking vampire with some guy. I don't even know if she's drinking his blood or stuff. I hear that shit's terrible, but now I don't even know what to think. This
Danica's
party
just rolling her
shitty.
eyes.
This party was mad shitty.
There are hundreds of people upstairs who would disagree with you.
Yeah, well, they didn't know that you were leeching off their essence for a fucking ritual.
He brought them back from the dead. That's pretty fucking remarkable.
Oh, yeah. Well, then, so it's really unremarkable that someone made you kind of sort of dead forever?
I suppose the question, Mr. Merlin, is if you are going to allow us to leave knowing what we know.
That's what fucking Lancelot laughs at him. He's like, what the fuck? I'll go wherever the fuck I want to.
I do not think he's hiding. I look at the wall in the mural. He more than likely wants us to know.
He gestures to the door and he says, "You're free to come and go as you wish. I'm being judged on my predecessor's failures, and I understand that is something that will not change, unfortunately. I remember those failures. I remember the curse and the betrayals, and I remember the severing, but I have also seen that there is more to life than simply existence and knowledge. And one can sit in their libraries with their books, and one can sit up on their high horse and speak of eternity or of power. But it doesn't mean anything if you just sit. He gestures upstairs and he says this, and then he gestures to the people around him and he says, and these four, this is possible because of life, of passion, desire, joy, happiness, love, and yes, anger, hate, sadness.
All right, I'm gonna roll up on Merlin.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna attempt to kick him in the dick.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Dex brawl.
That's 7.
What's that?
7 dice.
Okay. Yeah, Aline turns to Miriam and says, yeah, we need to report this to the higher-ups.
Miriam will look at Aline and she'll say, Armor has been informed.
And I'm not really looking, like, I don't really want to roll strength and a whole bunch. I'm just wanting to hit him for, like, one.
Yeah, and you do. And he looks at you and he goes, yeah, pain too, that's part of life. And that's fair. That, it was maybe a dick move. But I didn't know who I could trust. How do you tell someone that you are the greatest villain? How do you walk in and tell someone, I'm not Darth Vader, I'm the fucking Emperor?
Bro, I have a fucking abomination white howler at my house. What the fuck? I'm pretty understanding.
Okay.
This is not over. You are not going to simply defy the curse of Cain and get away with this. And with that, Miriam's going to turn and try to leave.
All right.
Aline follows Miriam out.
He isn't trying to stop you.
Okay.
All right. Once up in the party, she's going to fire her gun in the air and then run for her car.
Okay.
She's ending this fucking party.
I think it's a little too late for that, but okay.
No, I'm not giving him any more energy.
Hey,
Well,
literally,
the ritual. So.
Literally, Aline is following Miriam to her car and getting in as well.
Okay.
And then Miriam's going to be driving straight to Mercy's orphanage because that's a much more immediate problem, and this is bad and needs to be fixed.
Well,
Okay.
And then I have to go because of IRL stuff, and we'll handle this at some other point. John?
Okay.
Later, dude.
Okay.
John?
So, yeah, my character literally went off with Miriam, so...
Hey, peace, bro.
Sorry. I'll see you guys later then.
Yeah.
Later.
Talk to you in the Blue Booking, John.
Sounds good.
There.
Who is that dude who made you into a vampire? What's his name?
Why does it matter?
Because I want to go talk to him.
Why? It's not like he was necking up with you.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to have a conversation. Why is that a big deal?
Why do you care so much?
I'm just saying I want to know. It shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. I don't know why you're making this a big deal. I just want to go talk to him.
Fuck if I know where he went.
He handed you a card. I saw that.
So?
Well, I just want to talk to him. Why can't you show me the card so I go talk to him?
Alright, whatever. Pulls out the card.
Is Merlin a living being now?
Merlin's always been a living being.
Oh.
He just had Tremir's avatar. So yeah, I look at the card. Does it tell me where I can find this guy or a number or what?
Yeah, it's got a phone number.
Okay, I'll write it down on my hand.
And a name. So.
Yep, I'll write the name down and his number down. I'm gonna be like, yeah, go talk to that guy.
All right.
If you kill him, I'm seriously gonna come back and punch you in the dick.
I'm just letting you know whatever happens in our conversation. I'm not saying I'm gonna kill him. I'm not saying I'm not gonna kill him.
Whatever.
John, I will
Do
go
you?
to each of the 4 members in the circle, and if they're fatigued, I will life and mind attempt to heal them or restore them to what might be considered normal.
No, they're a little hungry and thirsty, but they're in impeccable health.
Okay.
So you're
Then I
saying
reach into my bag and I transmute the apple seeds I carry into actual apples. And I hand them out.
so you're telling me I shouldn't be mad that some dude turned my friend into a vampire?
Do I look all broke up about it? Dude, I'm fine.
No,
Seriously.
just because you're not broke up about it does not mean it's okay. Maybe he used some weird vampire power to make you not give a fuck about it. I don't know.
She's just shaking her head like, what the fuck do I do with you?
He seems really agitated.
Dude, relax. I'm okay. It's cool.
No, you're not okay. You don't have an avatar anymore.
Who the fuck says I didn't get something cooler?
Me! Me! I'm the one saying that. We're mages. We have cosmic phenomenal power. They have blood and the need to feed on shit. And a really bad sun allergy. It's terrible.
Well, you do look pretty tasty. She just kind of slowly looks him over, raising an eyebrow.
It's really hard to bite me. Like, really, I'm really, really tough and chewy.
I'm sure you taste good with ketchup.
No, actually I don't. I taste fucking terrible.
She's laughing at you anyway.
I'm gonna go talk to this guy who made you a vampire, I guess.
Let me know how that conversation goes.
Alright, well, hopefully it'll be awesome. Alright, Merlin, I'm gonna talk to you later, alright? I'm a little fucking upset right now, but there's some shit that we clearly need to work through.
Yeah, he says that's fair.
I called the number on the phone that he gave to her.
Okay, he picks up.
Daniken's kind of listening with an ear.
Heightened
senses for the win!
I'm like, hey, you turned my friend into a vampire. I want to talk to you.
The attorney says, "Oh, you mean the young woman who wishes to help people?"
Yeah, that's the one.
Where is she?
Where are you at?
He says, "Well, right now I am down at the walk-in clinic where I work."
All right, tell me which one, and I'll walk into your clinic.
Don't start shit.
And he gives you the address. It's in a lower income area of the city.
Okay, I'll see you there.
Daniken's gonna have to tag along to make sure he doesn't destroy the place.
No, you just stay here. It's fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's the man who gets everybody all pissed off. Seriously?
Yeah, it'll be fine. You're fine. Just stay here.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Fuck you.
When I walk upstairs, part of the way up the stairs, I'm going to reverse gravity on her. Fuck you. No.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my god, she is pissed. She is beyond pissed. She's going to kill you. And he literally tells you she's going to kill you. Feed on your... Oh, she just didn't have words. She's pissed. She flips him off. She's like, fuck you, you motherfucker. Brah.
Oh, yeah, I could do that, because I have a fucking avatar.
Suck my dick.
No. So I'm just going to leave, and then I'm going to go to that place and maybe go into rounds with her sire.
I don't even know if there's any way for her to get out of anti-gravity basement.
There are any number of mages there who I'm sure can help you. Well, that's my intent, John. I'm going to go there and decide then if I'm going to kill her sire or not, or attempt to kill him.
Oh my god.
All right, John. Do we want to, if you want, we can start that conversation on Blue Book and go from there.
Sure.
Don't kill the sire. I don't know anything about my family.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have some real struggles there, because I'm definitely thinking about just walking in and decapitating them and then leaving.
I don't even know what clan I am.
Don, I will see if Merlin is all right.
Yeah, he seems a little drained.
And he got kicked in the dick.
Other than that, not too bad.
All right. Is there a basin nearby? And a sink?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a sink down here and stuff, so.
I'm going to fill it with water and grab a towel.
Okay.
And then, is there a chair?
Yeah, I mean, he's got like an old easy chair down here, and
All right.
basically a smoking lounge set up, and this looks like his basically his private place to relax.
I'm going to say to him, have a seat.
He does.
Is he wearing shoes?
No, he's not.
Okay. I'm going to proceed to wash his feet.
Okay.
And I will say to him, you know, this is a pastoral gesture. I'm sure you've seen this numerous times before if your lifetime is the person who I think you are.
I've seen a number of different things.
You know, you kind of threw off the balance, or at least that's how it's going to be perceived. Many people will come for you.
That's understandable.
My question to you is why?
This is the third lifetime that I have remembered who I once was.
So you have a long memory going back.
In every one of the ones before, I was forced to hide who I was. Told it was something to be ashamed of. The legend spoke of me as a monster, even though I was there. And I remember not some desire to be a monster, not some viciousness, but a sense of desperation, and yes, even fear. I had lived for far longer than believed possible and was convinced I would continue to, because that's how my magic worked.
Yeah.
And it was failing. And I got desperate.
Hmm. Well, I cannot speak for the others, but I think in some ways you are paying a debt of several lifetimes ago. Are the humans immortal? I point to the tables.
Not any more so than any other mage.
So you didn't make immortal mages?
No, they are no different than you and I.
So
They
you
just had lost their avatars and needed help reawakening.
So if they reawaken, do they become mortal again?
They are indeed mortal. That's part of the process.
I think that fact will perhaps help allay Miriam's fears. Our chantry leader is a bit passionate. After I'm done washing his feet, I rise. If you're going to awaken this power, make sure you show compassion and love to them.
He gestures and he says, one does not spend lifetimes accumulating wealth, buy themselves a castle, and host a tremendous ritualistic party simply to watch the people he brings leave.
Then Merlin, if this is the side of you that comes out at the moment someone washes your feet, perhaps this is the person that needs to be shown to others. At the
When they destroyed my house, I knew nothing of it. My memories ended when that embrace, if you will, when that change took me and my avatar is severed. I heard of it lifetimes later as a mage. The tales of my students, my pupils, some who were even thought to be peers or colleagues, corrupted by my choice and burned by their brethren, forced into hiding. And yes, we call it a clan Tremere, but there is still a house Tremere. You've seen it in this city. Those who think they know what that house stood for and think they can bring it back.
Well, I know nothing of these houses. I've only read the histories up into when the Iduna and House Diende were more or less one in the British Isles. But I bid you good day.
Yeah. Nods to you and gestures and says, I hope we can speak again soon. Because I too remember when hunts ran rapid on the Isles. And I was a guilty party then as well, because I had not yet learned.
Well, the great thing about living more than one life is that you can be forgiven for others. Although some mages might not think that way.
That's understandable.
Well,
the same reason I studied this time with the ecstatics as opposed to simply with the hermetics again. Because there are different ways of seeing things, different views, different ideas, and different values.
Well, I think the counterpoint is that I think Miriam might have reacted that the reversal was against either God's will or perhaps maybe she may be under the impression that you made immortal vampire mages. Either way, I wish you well.
He nods and says, I would wish you the same.
Kellen picks up his staff that's leaning against the wall and makes his way out to the party. And with that, I will exit the game. Thanks for a really cool scene.
As you do head up, Kellen's staff actually blooms with multiple colored flowers.
I'll look in the mirror and say, huh, even Unicorn approves. That's how I take it anyway.
And then they kind of turn to vines and wrap around it a little more, but still almost a tie-dye effect.
Right.
Sort of like flowering vines more.
It's essentially a sapling that I keep alive that I could extend out like a staff. So.
Right. Well, now it has flowing vines growing along it.
I will meditate on those vines. I will not remove them for a while.
All right. Sounds good. What do we have left here then? Jim?
Yeah.
So, your mage have anything he wants to do?
Nothing really to say. Let's see. Basically, what I'd like to do is, like, if there's any, like, markings or whatever, I'd like to either, like, copy them down or, basically record them somehow.
Of the, from
whatever,
the ritual itself, you're saying, or?
Basically the symbols that are around here.
Okay.
Like what I saw with, like, or like where the energy was going with the prime site.
Well, much of it is traditional hermetic magic.
Yeah.
Kind of Tremere style, a lot of it with an emphasis on life and mind. But there's other things mixed into it as well, almost a, not true gutter magic really, but kind of like a pop culture magic.
Okay.
He's got Greek symbols mixed in like a frat house might have. He's got, he's, I don't want to say corrupted, but he's kind of melded pop culture with ritual, high ritual.
Yeah, so it's something, basically it looks like something to research. This is what I can. There's probably going to be a little bit more blue booking involved with this. But yeah. Because I've had a few odd questions.
And that's fine too. If you are in a private conversation with them, we can handle that by blue book. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a little bit better.
All right. Did we have anything else then, or should we call that scene? Sarah, are you good? Danica have anything she wants?
No, she'll just get a hold of her sire and be like, so what the fuck, dude?
Okay.
When she's sober, but I can do that blue books, it's fine.
Perfect. All right, so we have blue books coming from everybody. What's that, PJ?
If he's alive when she gets sober.
You better fucking be. She's gonna come kill your ass.
I mean, you can try. That's fine.
She at least needs to know what the fuck she is now, like.
Listen, I'll make sure to ask before I decapitate him. You took away, like, you were one of his friends. Now you don't have an avatar, so he's just, mad.
They can still be friends.
It's way more odd now. Because, like, I'm like, let's play fucking Mario Kart for 12 hours. Now she can't do that.
Sure she can. They just have to be 12 hours at night.
Yeah. Pull an all-nighter with her, dude, in winter. Perfect.
It's not winter anymore. What the fuck?
All right. Well, I think that'll do it. We'll, players continuing some of these side conversations in our forums. So, to all my players, those remaining and those who have already left, thank you for playing. I hope you enjoyed the scene. And to any watchers, thank you for watching. We will hopefully follow up with some more unique happenings in Minneapolis by night.
Bye.
All that.
Bye.